Okay.
You want the AI, make sure you hit that too.
I did. I
Yes,
did.
yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. So I guess uh, we don't have a leader here, so I guess in the absence of a leader, I'll call the meeting to order at 3:50 p.m. Nancy Vandell, Bylaws Subcommittee Chairperson. No
Michael
conflicts.
Beachley, parliamentarian. I have no conflicts.
Susan Schomburg, Outreach Task Force Chair, no conflict.
Randall Cook, Chair of the DESCO and Community Plan Steering Subcommittee, no conflict.
Okay. And recently back from a jet lag. So
Yes.
so we've got, hang on, sorry. So we have our fearless leader, Alex, is traveling and unavailable, and Chris is unavailable. So we're just going to proceed for basically going with the agenda for the membership meeting. So I'm going to share that. We can do the minutes next time. I don't think there's anything major about waiting. Yeah, I don't think I've even saved it. Yep. Can everybody see it okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I
Fine.
basically took Alex's agenda from a different meeting and updated. So please feel free, obviously, to see if you have any differences, but based on kind of what he was talking about, we have a welcome, conflict of interest, and introductions. I should probably say welcome and introductions. Okay, and then approval of the meeting minutes from our February 7th regular membership meeting and the March 21st special membership meeting. Notices from Tillamook County, Treasurer's Report, Executive Board Report, announcements. And then we have the community plan update. Ren, how much time do you think you're going to want for the community plan update?
I think it can be pretty brief. It sounds like almost every other community plan report I've given for quite a while of updating the edits, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, we believe, in order to call public meetings and go through the whole draft. So,
Okay,
um,
is 4 minutes? Do you want more than 4 minutes?
no, if I do, you can cut me off at 4 minutes and say
Well, that'll
enough
be Alex,
already.
but sure. Okay. And by the way, if no one objects, I'll just do a very quick minutes for this meeting and send them out. Does that sound
Right.
okay?
That's
Sounds
good.
good.
That's great.
Okay, unless everyone else. Okay, and then mine probably won't even take 3 minutes. It's just going to be recapping that we got everything approved, and then any updates if we have any from Tillamook County about that. So hopefully that one, that would be bylaws subcommittee update. This is. You guys are a community plan steering subcommittee, right?
Yeah, you
Okay.
could add another word in there while you're there. You might as well.
Okay. Um, I don't know why I've
You
got
need
a
a second M in your subcommittee on.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't. All right. And then well, hell. Oh, sorry.
What's that?
Anyway, I'll fix it. Don't know why it's
Okay,
still
no
doing
worries.
that,
You're
but
getting the main thoughts.
okay. And then we have an election of officers that's going to be, hopefully we'll have people that will have the two open positions to go starting immediately following the meeting, and that's chair person and secretary that would stay and then be going through the following fiscal year. And then the 2-year terms for treasurer and vice chair person would be there. So in terms of discussing that, I think the Alex has indicated he's willing to continue being chairperson, and Chris has indicated he's willing to continue being treasurer. I don't know if we'll get any other applicants, but they're willing and not interested in other positions. I'm really working on one particular person to be secretary, hoping she will say yes. And a lot of people have been talking to me about doing chair, and
Well,
I have resisted, but I'm thinking I will do it because it would just be a year, and during that year, finding somebody to take over in a year. Because I think ultimately it should be someone who lives there. But I think Alex is getting into a point where he is just extremely busy and does not want to continue this, and they need someone in the interim. So unless there's an objection, I'm going to throw my name in the hat. And then someone else would take over as bylaws subcommittee chairs.
Well, thank you. And that's, yeah, I worried with Alex in there. He's got so much going on.
Mm.
And you're well
Yeah.
suited to the position as you're a parliamentarian and calm and even-handed with people. So those are the main characteristics.
So
I'm sorry,
we
I
do
was-
a lot through Zoom, but
Yeah, pardon me. I just had a phone call. What were you talking about, Nancy, of you doing?
well, I was saying that we're on the election of officers that's on the agenda, that we have the 2 open positions to be elected, and we have the 2 two-year positions that would
Yes.
starting July 1.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
those 2 two-year positions are vice chairperson and treasurer. And Chris has indicated he's willing to continue being treasurer, and Alex has said he would be willing to run for vice chairperson again, but neither want chair. And I'm working on somebody for secretary, but I've had a number of people talk to me about being chairperson, and since it would just be a little over a year taking over, immediately following the April meeting and going through the next
Well,
year.
you know what
I
I've said in the
think-
past, and I'll say it again. You'll do a fine job, but you also need to recognize that others need to step up and support all of the, the background work and other stuff so that you're not overwhelmed by all of the details that chair positions normally and customarily take. And that's my position on it, and I'd love to see you do that. And if you're willing to do it, then let's map out what that means before you actually say yes.
Thank you, Michael. And I've been quite hesitant about this.
Yeah, I
And
know. I know. Yeah.
I would be very, very good at spreading the wealth on the workload. I don't like to take over everything by any means. And what my hope would be is during that year is that we could find people, take some of these different tasks and spread them out some more, get some more organization, and so that it's not such a big job for people to take on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
So
that's
that in a
important.
year-
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
It is, because I really want to only, if I do it, it would be just for the 1 year. And I think
There
I
you
could
go.
get things organized. And
Okay,
step
I
back.
understand. I appreciate that. I'm going to be right there with you.
Well, thank you, Michael. And I would hope if I were elected that you would allow me to appoint you as parliamentarian, because you are a tremendous resource. So,
Easy peasy.
yeah. So, but yeah, I've been worked on pretty hard about it. So, anyway, so if there are other candidates anybody knows about, have them throw their hat in the ring. But so far we have talked to so many people and everybody goes,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. So, but I think for a year we could do it. And then, really get the bylaws implemented more and not make it too bylaw. getting speakers, getting more people
Working the
involved.
organization.
Yeah. And doing more what we're here for, of getting input to the county on different items and that kind of thing. So hopefully we can do some of that. So anyway, just throwing that out there. If any objections, please let me know. I'm happy to step back. And then we need to send out an email blast about the meeting and a request for people to nominate themselves and put what they should put in there. So I'll write that and send it to Alex to see if he wants to send that out to Candace so people can do that. And then Alex is planning it with his VP hat, vice chair hat, to have a presentation on the water district plans and possibly the Butte Creek progress. And he's talking to Guy Siebert with that. So for the agenda now, I was just putting water district plans, and then that can be updated with the speaker when he has that confirmed. And then public comment and adjournment. So we have this thing with the roads project, planning project. And at this point in his email, Alex said that he has only gotten a nomination by Jim Walton.
Mhm.
And so I think he had wanted to talk about that today, but at some point the board's going to appoint somebody to be on that project, and so
So the thinking on Walton was that he's never in a position of responsibility. He just does stuff, and putting him in a position where he was accountable to the community might be a really good experience for him to take on that role and be beholding to the community about the roads. So, and Mike and Ken King, Mike Morris and Ken King, who have been the Midnight Pavers, they worked well with Jeff, and apparently the county guy, it doesn't make any sense to me since he caused hundreds of thousands of dollars in costs to the county to fight them all the way to the Supreme Court about the sewer thing and lost. He, he's got some relationship with Chris Laity. So
who does?
this is all about Walton and how he's been put forward as a guy who would be the road representative of Nescoin to this committee that is a road action committee or something that
It's
the
a
state,
20-year planning project for roads, yeah.
excuse me. Yes.
And
So we'll
apparently
go,
not just Tillamook County, but it'd be a couple of other counties in Oregon too.
right. So the April 8th meeting is specifically about Nescoin.
Right.
And I think a lot of us will want to go there and make clear, and we're working. Our meeting was so long this week for the community plan because we're looking at the roads and pedestrians and bicycle safety, highway relationship with 101. How do we make it safer? How do we make sure the streets stay safe? And so Chris Lady and Sarah are working over that section to figure out what is policy and what are values so that they go in the right section of the plan. So that's where we are in our process, and it took quite a bit of time. And we want to get that stuff straightened out. So when it comes to this road action committee, we have stuff in the community plan that gives guidance to what those things are and why,
Yeah, that'd
and
be
what our
tremendous.
values are.
That'd be terrific.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll be ready by then. But we'll show up at the meeting also.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm hoping to be able to attend as well. I think that's the day we're getting back from a trip, but yeah, so at this point, none of the Midnight Warrior people have, besides Jim, have applied, right? Have been interested.
Jeff Walton.
Jim Walton.
Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff Walton, sorry.
Mhm.
Jeff Walton have applied, right?
Right.
Okay.
And it sounds, Rand, from what you're saying, that Mike Morrison, Ken King are behind. I will think he would be good in the position from what you're saying.
Yeah,
or
they've
he
worked with
well.
they've worked with him.
Okay.
And I was kind of cringing when they first were saying, well, we're working with Jeff, and
Yeah.
but stuff seemed to get done, and
Okay.
so I'd love to stay in touch with those guys where we have a reasonably good relationship for these road projects, and so
Okay, so I know Alex
cross
is
your
planning
fingers.
on appointing him. Do we want to go ahead and make a motion today then to because it's on the agenda, for the regular agenda for board meeting. Do we want to make a motion to appoint Jeff Walton to represent the NCAC on the Tillamook County Road Planning?
I'd be willing to make a motion, since he's the only one that's put his name in, and it was, from what I understand, I got the email, everybody got the email. So it sounds like he has an interest in, from what Rand's saying. Anyway, sorry, I would be willing to make a motion to appoint him, Jeff Walton.
So we have a motion to have the executive board appoint Jeff Walton to basically confirm Alex Clark's appointment of Jeff Walton to the Tillamook County Roads Planning Project. Do we have a second?
I'd be willing to second that.
Okay, any discussion?
Cross your fingers is all I can say.
All right, all those in favor of confirming Alex's appointment of Jeff Walton to the Tillamook County Roads Planning to point as our appointee from NESCO and NCAC, please say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed, please say no. Okay, motion carries unanimously. All right, that's done. Great, thanks. Okay, so then that would be an announcement, and we'll let Alex know so he can let Jeff know. Because I think the sooner we can get Jeff in there, the better. And yeah, I hear you about the lawsuit thing. Hopefully there won't be a conflict with Chris and all, but if so, they can get back to it.
And it seems like it's good to get him someone appointed before the April 8th meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. And so then then we have the presentation, and then we have public comment,
Okay.
and we adjourn. So does that sound okay for initial? And I have a couple typos here. An initial, I was typing this as we were waiting for you, Ray. Okay. There's still something wrong there. I will correct the spelling, but does the agenda look okay to put it out as our initial draft? And of course, it can always be changed.
Yeah, it seems like a good working copy.
Okay, so if there's no objection, I will go ahead and update it, send it to Alex and Candace, and with a draft e-blast to go out.
Nancy, I have a question.
Within the 14 days.
Which is, so we're actually having the election on April 11th. When do we need to put the candidate information and send that out to everyone, the names?
We should as soon as we get them. So we will, I think what we'll do is everything has to be out within 14 days for the notice of the meeting.
Okay.
And then I think we have to go back to the bylaws, but I think it says that as soon as we have a notice of candidates, since we don't have a nominating committee anymore, it's really your task force, Susan, is to come out with a report of who has been nominated. But I think what we need to do is just have Alex and Chris write up little blurbs that they're seeking it. I'll write a little blurb saying why I'm seeking, and I'm going to work on the secretary person to see if she'll agree and write a little blurb. And then we can put those up. And then it's open, even in the meeting itself, people can self-nominate from the floor.
Right.
So there's options. And then if there's someone who sends something in, say 3 days before the meeting, we could send out another email blast saying we have a meeting or something like that, because we'll have reminders about the meeting. So I think there's time. But probably it would be nice if it were in the membership meeting notice that I don't know. I think that probably have to be just a separate one in a few days that have the nominees. Because we can also have an email blast that could go out even tomorrow. Membership meeting, here's the agenda. We're seeking nominees. We do have some identified, but please feel free. And these are what you should include in your email and where to send it. So I think that's pretty simple. And I think what I'll do is suggest that whoever it is can contact Alex or Michael,
Mhm.
because if they have any questions from a parliamentary standpoint or whatever. So, that sound fair?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, it does.
certainly.
I'll send out
I'm
the
with you.
draft email blast to all of you for make sure you're comfortable with it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
And does anyone know when Alex gets back?
Hmm.
Because I thought he was already back. I didn't realize it was going to be midnight his time.
Yeah, no, they're down in Sicily now.
Yeah.
So I don't. Laney
Yeah.
might know.
Yeah, I'd actually texted them last night. He was planning to attend, but then
Mhm.
turned out their hotel reservations were quite a bit different than they
I
were
read that. I
expecting.
read that. You know, yeah, that was
Too.
a little bit of a horror story.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, I don't know how I like sleeping in an entryway myself.
Yeah.
no, with my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, hopefully they're having a good trip other
Yeah.
than that. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I will be in for the membership meeting on the 11th. I will be in Sandpoint, Idaho,
Okay.
but I will be able to log in, no problem. That's not a, you know, I'm just, letting you know that just in case something weird happens.
Yes,
Okay.
great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope you have a good trip. That's a
Yeah.
lovely
Well,
location.
yeah, I've never been there before, and one of my oldest friends, with whom I went through graduate school 50 years ago, invited me up to take a look at that, and we're going to go to a convention in Coeur d'Alene right afterwards. Which,
Oh.
yeah, we've the Northwest Communication Association, and both of us are in our 80s, and we were officers of that association when we were in our 30s. And so they invited us back at the 50th anniversary and blah, 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 blah. It's going to be fun. It'll be fun.
That should be nice. Beautiful
Yeah,
location.
it'll
We
be
have
fun.
friends who live about 20 minutes away from Coeur d'Alene.
Oh, yeah,
Gorgeous
good.
location.
Yeah. And I'm still, as a public comment, I'm still looking for an opportunity for a good piano in Nescoin, where I can give all of you a really, really nice concert.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if such a thing exists, by the way, but if there is a nice piano, and I'm going to find that sucker.
I know where a good piano is.
Where's that, Rand?
Richard Hook. Richard Hook has I think it's not a baby. It's kind of a teenager grand piano. I don't know if it's grand, but
A grand piano is like a Steinway 9-foot, and a small grand piano is like a 7-foot Steinway. So I as long as it sounds good and it's in tune, I don't care.
yeah, no, I think it's a good
And
piano.
is
He
this at
plays
his
it.
home?
Yeah, he plays
Oh,
it
well, then that would be lovely. We'll have a little soiree or
Come
something.
There
on.
you go. There you
Yes.
go.
Get a
Yeah,
group.
with the leadership and whomever. Well, we'll see. Well, you Rand, you go ask him.
Oh.
And no date,
Sure.
no time frame, just whether or not he'd be interested in doing something like that.
Yeah, Michael plays for a number of groups, and he tried to play for us over Zoom, but it just didn't come through well. So
Didn't work.
the Zoom did
Yeah.
not work for that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I have a lecture. I'm a semanticist by training and educational preparation, and I'm a semanticist, and so I've written a marvelous lecture called "The Semantics of Music," and it's a lecture on the concept of meaning and the nature of words and how we communicate with each other as human beings and so on and so forth, but then uses music to illustrate all of those connections.
Nice.
It's a lovely thing. It's and it's fun to do. So anyway, I'm looking for that. That's my public comment.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
thank you. And
That's
hearing
a good-
that, I know Rand is really suffering from jet lag, and I don't know how
Oh,
serious.
Rand, go have a scotch.
So
I brought a Japanese scotch home, by the
Oh,
way.
There you
nice.
go. There you go.
So I'm going to adjourn the meeting at
Okay.
4:50.
Oh, can I ask one question before you
Oh,
do?
yes, yes.
Real
Sorry.
quickly, I'm wondering, something to ask Sarah, if the county has any plans for the 4th of July because it's the 250th birthday.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that's a great question.
Wow, yeah.
So I'll pass that on to Alex, and I'll also include that in the minutes. So thank you.
Okay.
Okay, and I will get the minutes out quickly this time, so we can approve both of them next board meeting. All right, so our next board meeting is scheduled for
Mm,
the same, let's see, April 22nd, Wednesday, April 22nd at 3:30 p.m. And hopefully we will be able to make that okay. And thank you
Aye.
all for coming today,
What
and
time is that board meeting?
3:30. They're all
Okay, got it. All right,
3:30.
great. All right, thank you.
And our meeting is anything else before?
No, thank
Okay,
you.
we'll adjourn the meeting at 4:16 p.m.
Okay,
Thank you all.
you.
Have a
Yeah,
great.
thanks.
Glad I could help.
Thank you. You
With the
saved us.
quorum.
Yeah, we got business done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good work, everybody.
I'm going to stop recording. Thanks a
All
lot.
right.
Okay,
All right.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.